my computer, which I use, almost every day, has 2 stickers on it. One is this really lovely word cloud values sticker that came from our UU process over the last couple of years, discerning what our shared values are. It says things like love and compassion and justice and truth. The other is a little round sticker of 2 Disney princesses. Now, sometimes I think it's really appropriate that I have these 2 stickers on my computer because they keep me grounded in the 2 things that make up most of my life, which is ministry and motherhood. You thought I was going to say playing princesses, right? But sometimes it feels like that. But the truth is that this lovely values sticker was the intentional one, and the other one not so much. But now it is thoroughly stuck, and you know what happens when you take off a thoroughly stuck sticker? It's just sticky. So it's just there forever now, right? You see, I have 2 kiddos who are very generous with their stickers. I get multiple stickers a week sometimes, and not all of them are Disney princesses. A couple of months ago, one of them gave me a sticker that they had gotten from their teacher that day that said something along the lines of, "You are rocking it," with a big, happy rainbow. I was instructed to put it on my shirt, and so I did. As I said, this is not an unusual occurrence, and I usually just follow directions. But this particular time, I looked down at that sticker and I thought, I think I deserve this sticker today. It had been, It had been one of those very long weeks that you have sometimes when you're feeling a little bit unsure of how exactly you got through it. But there I was, I had made it to Friday pickup time. I think I had done everything I needed to do. And in that moment, it felt really good to have that sticker tell me that I was doing a good job at life. I kind of needed that encouragement, that reminder that, I was rocking it. Now I know that the ultimate goal is that we don't need these external messages. We should just get to that place where we can be proud of ourselves without any outside help. We should just know in our hearts that we are inherently worthy. And even on days when it doesn't feel like we're rocking it, that we are enough, just as we are. But I also know that it can be really hard to remember that. We have all of these messages coming in from the larger world that tell us that we're not good enough, that there's something wrong with us that needs to be fixed, that whatever it is that makes us unique or different is somehow bad. And we can't help but take this in. We can't help but doubt our worthiness. Like the exclamation mark in our story, we can't help but try to just lie down and make ourselves fit in instead of standing out. Sometimes those voices that doubt our worthiness come from within as well. I know there are days when it is me telling myself that I'm not good enough, that I don't deserve to be proud. And this, of course, is where practice comes in. Laura Hershey says that you get proud by practicing. It is that intentional choice to say no to the voices from outside and from within that try to tell us that we are not enough, that we are unworthy or unlovable. As Laura Hershey writes, it is music when you practice opening your mouth and liking what you hear because it is the sound of your own true voice. It is sunlight when you practice seeing strength and beauty in everyone, including yourself. It is dance when you practice knowing that what you do and the way you do it is the right way for you and can't be called wrong. These are not easy practices. Like anything anything else that is good for you, you have to work at it. And it is something that you have to keep on practicing. You don't just figure it out once, right? You get yourself proud, and then you're good for the rest of life. You might get better at it with practice. You might build that muscle of pride. It might be easier to come back to the pride when the world brings you down, but you never stop practicing. And, as with anything else, sometimes that practice requires a little help from your community. It's okay to savor the external validation, to want to hear from someone else that you're doing a good job, to want that sticker, right? Now, we're pretty big into sticker charts in our house right now, and as I've been thinking about these next 4 years, I've thought more than once that I think I might need like a sticker chart for life. That's a thing, right? I might need some external validation, some kind of reward for just like making it through each day. When everything around us tries to tear apart our sense of self, we have to lean in extra hard to our practicing with those constant reminders that we are still enough, that we are doing our best in the midst of it all. And sometimes it helps to have someone else affirm that too. Even if internal pride is our goal, we can't always hold that on our own. Our Unitarian Universalist faith tells us that, in fact, we don't have to hold everything on our own. And that goes for practicing pride as well. Like the exclamation mark in our story, sometimes we need someone else to give us that first push. And then we can practice those small ways of being proud of ourselves, of knowing that we are worthy. And when those get easier, we can try something a little bigger. Maybe it begins with a sticker and moves on to having the courage to speak up for yourself. We don't just magically feel pride. We get proud by practicing. And like so many other practices that we've talked about this month, sometimes it helps when we practice it all together.